Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps, and we are in Shapes 2. We are going through the basics and learning how everything works before we get to 1.0, which is about to come out in a month. Let me look at my clock here. Yeah, a little bit less than a month. We're getting pretty close. In fact, I have some news on that front. But last episode, we finished this milestone shape right here. A nice little double crystal guy going on in, and those are all sent in, and that allows us to unlock this the penultimate milestone, which is train delivery. Now, train delivery does exactly what it says it does. It lets us zoop these full trains into the vortex. No more delivering and feeding along belts, all that sort of stuff. We get another 2,000 platform limit, and we get a couple new tasks. So let's take a look at what we've got over here. So I've actually come in and I've cut off all of our trains. No more trains are delivering in to the vortex. And in fact, it looks like our last belt-fed shapes are right there. Now everything is still producing, but just nothing is feeding in. So I'm going to do this. I'm just deleting all this stuff and that. Now, what I want to do... Actually, you know what? While we're here, let's delete all this too. We don't need these belts. We don't need any of that. Because what we're going to do instead is we're going to have a train that is going to come right down the center here and jump right in there. So instead of having 12 belts coming in, we'll have 4 belts. And that's all we need. What I'm going to do too is I'm going to connect some of these belts. So they are no longer separated. So here is where we'll have one. Let's do an example of this guy. And I'm just going to pull it on down there. And do that. I know we still have one coming back here. Yep, this guy, these two are coming back. Oops. I did that incorrectly. All right. Yeah, there we go. Nope. I went up. I should have gone, or I went down. I should have gone up. There we go. Let's hide the top. There we go. Now that those are gone, we'll get rid of that. All right. That's what we needed to do. And same here. We're going to bring that guy back. And then that is just going to go in there. And there it goes. So again, once those guys... Oh, but we have not yet connected it here. So let's see. What's our first one is going to be this shape. All right, that's very perfect. So you can see, boop, it just jumps in. And once it jumps in, those are delivered. It doesn't have to feed through a through an unloader and then down the whole belt and all that. So it's a much quicker way to deliver. It also means that we don't have to have... We can have the delivery trains be all the same color, because they're going to only go half the distance. Watch what happens with our little blue and red guy here. You'll see it's going to deliver here and it will vanish. And then immediately up here, we have a new train that appears. Because it jumps in here and disappears, it reappears over here. So that means trains are now only traveling half of the distance that they were. So that's pretty cool too. Let's do this. We've got some operator shapes to claim. Let's see how many. Each one of these that we claim, we're getting 100 platform points and 10 research points. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9! So that's 90 research points, 900 platform limit points. And you can see this guy is chugging along. Now, what we need to do too is get these all connected. So see, they're just going back and forth. They've got nothing, nowhere to deliver. So we need to get these guys on track, literally. So let's start. I'm going to go down as far as we need to go, which seems to be down here. There we go. And go all the way up into this. Okay. Then we just need to find all the other trains and have them go on in like that. Now this one, there's probably going to be a train on this. Yep. So let's do this. We'll come down like that. There we go. Now it's going to go off on the right train, on the right track. So that's this guy gone. This one is a little different. I'm going to do that. And send it back. There we go. Now you'll see it'll go down and go in. Very good. All right. So, the beta. I actually have access to the beta. And I've been playing it a little bit. And it's pretty cool, I must say. Oops. Let's send that back. There we go. And I cannot show you anything of it. But it has sort of let me know what I'm going to be doing when it releases. And that is... Alright, I'm going to get rid of that and do this. No. Alright, I'm going to send you back. There we go. Send it all through that way. Alright, then this one will no longer matter. So what I'm going to do with the new release in April is I'm just going to start a normal game. And the reason for that is because the normal game, as I've mentioned before, is they'd stated it's going to have 4 new milestones. There's a distance of 3 there. It's this guy. Oh, no, that's not quick enough. And... that's why none of these were connected. And again, I'm just going to do that. So when they come back, they'll loop around and be all good. So 4 new milestones. And those milestones are basically going over how all of the manufacturing mode works. The new game mode. I have played that, and it's pretty cool stuff. It is definitely different, but also similar, right? It's got a lot of the same features. You're still making shapes, but you're no longer. It's just different. It just feels different. It's got a different vibe. I'm just sort of cleaning this stuff up. Now, I'm pretty excited about having Vortex Delivery here. But why? Well, that's because we can really start scaling things up. And you can see how it has simplified the delivery, right? It's made things a lot easier. Now, instead of 12 tracks, we have 4. And we're really only using 3. Oh, we need to do this guy. Alright, this one is 2, a space of 2. So, if we do that... then we are all set. And gonna bring this on in there. And then we'll just do, oops. Nope. Haha. There we go. Alright, get those guys going up that way. And that is gonna be the last we need for this rail. Yes. So, if you want to see how I'm approaching this new version of the game, then please subscribe. We're getting up towards 500 subs, which will be fun. Should be cool. And then you know, a like, of course. A like always helps get the word out, get those videos out. So, why does this matter? Why does all of this stuff matter, this train delivery? Because of scale. And here's what I'm talking about. I'm going to get rid of this. This is our... we don't want to hide upper floors. There we go. This is our build for this shape. Okay, so this is one of the simplest of our operator shapes. And it's great, all right? But it could be a lot more. So I'm going to get rid of it. And yeah, I'm getting rid of it, even though those are full shapes going in. Doesn't matter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use another existing blueprint that I have. Again, once 1.0 releases, we're going to do all brand new blueprints. I'm going to give this some space. I'm going to come up here. And there's a reason for that. The reason is because I want to give... what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a train that is 10 cars long. Okay? And that train is going to run along, and I want it to be packed full. I want it to be just absolutely packed to the gills before it goes in. All right? And so let's look at where we are. We're on just to the left of this middle piece here. So that's putting us right about here. That's where we're going to be delivering in from. Okay. And oh, let's make sure. Yeah, we want to be on level 1. All right, not level 0. All right, there we go. All right, so we'll go up to level 1 and go right on top of it. Excellent. All right. And what I want to do, the reason I'm going to space it out like this is because when that full load of terrain comes in, I want it to have a little bit of time to restock out here in the hinterlands. All right. So have that. And what it is I've got this depot, mass transfer depot. So this is a transfer depot that I built. And let me get it. There we go. So I'm just going to plunk it down right there. And you can see there's 3 unloading stations on the bottom, 4 in the middle, and 3 on top. All right, so that equals 10. If we wanted, we could even it out, and we could probably make this 12. It's not a horrible idea. Let's do it. Why not? So that's going to feed into here. And then this one there. And the stop is going to feed into here. All right, so that'll be 12 cars full. All right, on 3 different layers. Now, before we feed into these, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to have 1 train there, 1 train there, and 1 train there. All right, so that way I can see the different levels from above. It doesn't matter. These are all going to be the final shape, right? These are going to be this shape right here. And it doesn't matter which is which. But one thing I want to do before we do that is let's come in here to research points. Let's come in here to upgrades. And let's do a little bit of upgrading. One thing I want to upgrade is train capacity. So right now we're holding 4 packages per level per car. Now it's 6 packages per level per car. All right, so that means each car, we know that each package is 180. So 180, and there's 3 levels, times 6 packages. So that's 3,240 per train. Now that means times 12, a full train is going to be 38,880 shapes going in. Now, once we eventually unlock this, that means a full train will be 77,760 shapes going in for a full 12-car train. So that's pretty exciting. But how do we get to that 12-car train? Well, we've got to build it up, and we have to build it up in stages. And this is where we, I do look at ratios and numbers and that sort of thing a lot, but I really don't do that right now. So we'll have 3 different deliveries of 4 each of our final shape. All right. So that means we need 12 total of our final shape. So let's come and put that out over here. I'm going to leave this square untouched because, and the red too, I don't want to cover that up. So let's come here. I'm going to come to another depot and do a stacker depot. And this is a quad stacker. I want to go this way. And I want to output on level 1. Yeah. All right. So level 1. And what I want to do is have a couple of these. Now I could do these in line. I'm going to try doing them this way. Oops. I've already seen a problem. Because these actually are going to be this. So shape loader. Ah, okay, that's on 2. All right, I need to take all this and lower it by 1. Boink. All right. So copy and down by 1. There we go. Now level 1 is our delivery level. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right there and right there. Okay. Now what I need to do is for this shape is I need to be delivering blues on level 0, the blue squares on level 0, and red circles on level 1. And you know what? I'm gonna spread these out even more. I'm gonna do a full grid because why not? Okay, excellent. So this is great. Now what I need to do is I need to make, let's make blue squares first. Okay, so again, we've got squares, squares, and we also have circles and circles. We've got lots of red, lots of blue. So I'm going to come over here, blue squares, I'm going to do on the top. All right. So let's do those over here. And what we need is painters. So we're going to do a couple of painters. And let's do this again, blueprint. So a painter single. Yeah, and that's on 0. That's perfect. But then I'm going to quad this up to, and then 3 and 4. And then I'm going to take that and I could double it this way. And let's follow the path that we've been doing on the others. On the other one. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so these are all going to come down. And then right here, they will go down. And they're going to go into there, and into there. So this will be the painted blue squares. And this guy is going to do that. And this one is going to do that. Okay, so that's 3 of those going in. Now what I'm going to do is have each of these have different colors. And we could have 2 colors per. All right. Although I don't think we need that. I think we'll be fine with just 3 colors. So, and again, this is the final product. So these are going to come into 3 different spaces, right? They're going to come in right there. What I want to do is bring it here and then drop it down. So that goes into the bottom one. This one goes into the medium one, the middle one. And this one goes up 1 and into the top. And I think to follow that pattern, we'll go down there. All right, there we go. So those are the final guys going into each of those. And again, we can have multiple colors running on each of these paths. We're going to keep accepting these guys as they come in. All right, so this is what we had for our blue squares. Oh, let's make sure this is connected. So for blue squares, we need blue fluid coming in at the bottom of each of these. Now you can see that we don't have a ton of blue because I want to have, I want to have at least 5 blue trains coming into each of these. All right, so 5 times 3, 15. But when we look here and do a minor fluid, that's the space it takes up. So that's a lot, right? And what I'm going to do for some of these is that. Then I take this guy, copy him like that, and do that. All right, so that way we have this one, which is on the bottom level. This one is on the top level, and this is on, or this is on the medium level, and this is on the top level. So that way we get all 3 of these filled. Okay. So if I'm looking for 15 blues, there's 3. And yeah, that. And then look, we can do this. And then take this guy and put it in there. And this will come up here like that. I want a space of 2 for each one. So here's 3, and then here's 5. That's 8. All right, so let's. We need to copy it. Let's copy a whole one. And that's another 3. We can do this. That. That gets us another one. I'm spacing these all out by 2 spaces in between, keeping it even. And here's one up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this one we can do differently. That's gonna use this guy, that, and then here. And there. Okay, so that's a lot. Let's start getting those running in. What we need, of course, is loading. We go this way. Do that. And over here. So now I can just take this and dupe it like so. This one, we can do that and that. And this one, we can do this and we can flip it. All right. So we have a lot of blue fluid coming in. Now here's the thing. If we divide those all up, I think what I need to do, I'm going to do these stations differently. Yeah, I'm going to do them differently. I'm going to do them in line. Here, I'm going to do them in line. And that is because then I only have to have one path for all the blue fluid to come in too. Okay, so you can see it's the same number of stations. Right? It's coming in there. And then we cut that off. Okay. Alright, so that way, what I can do is have this guy deliver in... Oops. Hard. I'm just going to have it... As soon as it leaves the station, I'm going to have it drop down a level. And go in. Okay, and then what I need to do is each of these different stations is a different color. Oops. Okay, that is going to go in there. This one is coming this way. And can just go into there. And this guy here. I don't want to cover up red. Ah, lost it. I don't want to cover up red, and I don't want to cover up any of the shapes that we need. All right, so that's going to get a lot of blue fluid coming into the system. And again, we just need a different color train for each of these. So we'll start off with red. And what I'm going to do is for each of these, I'm going to put one extra train. So this station has 3. I'm going to do 4. I'm going to copy that, bring it down here, cancel out the locomotives, and do blue. But this one has 4, so we're going to do 5. Don't really need to do the copy paste, I think, but that helps me space it correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And up here. So this one is 4. So we'll do 5. All right. So now you can see what we're doing, right? And again, this starts delivering, and each of those is getting filled up. Now what we will know that we are maxed out when we start seeing the blue trains go back to the left. But how many do we have? We've got 3, 7, 12. Yeah, we've got 16. So that's good. That's more than I was aiming for. All right. So let's get some squares. And again, we want 15 square trains coming in. And I've got some squares down here. So we can use those. Why not? Back in here, minor shape. All right. There. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That one won't fit. 13, 14. Yeah. Let's see. That'll be the same. 14. Then we can do a very tricky one here. We do this. Yeah, look at that. That's 15. But Gramps, how do we get these out of the center? Well, that, my friends, is part of the magic. Again, I just want these separated by 2. Each of these. And that is because as the trains come, if they're separated by 2, then they will not block each other. Goodness, this is a big station. Alright, so this guy is going to go up. And then down. Up. And then down. And this one up. And down. Wow. Okay, that is the largest shape gathering station I've ever made. It's a little close to this, but I think that's all right. Now, here's the thing. This can all be the same color train. Or it can be different colors. It doesn't matter. So we need a shape loader. And that is what we need. I will tell you one bit from the beta test that I think I won't get in trouble for. But one of the hotkeys I do use fairly often is number 7 for a train depot. And in the beta, at least, that is not accurate. In the beta, it is 6. All right, that's bringing all of our shapes in. And look at that. We can see that we're fully saturated with blue fluid now because blue trains are headed back. All right, so this is 15. I'm going to do red trains. And let's see. That's 5, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll do 2 extras. Now you can see we're no longer worried about platform limits. It's just not an issue anymore. And see how these are all full. They're not completely full. They're still running in. But they're getting pretty packed up. So yeah. They're going. All right. Red square or blue squares are now done. So now we need to do that exact same thing for red circles. Okay. So I'm going to do some copy pasting. This is not needed. And yes, this is that. Okay, perfect. So there. And I'm going to give it a couple grids space, but then Once we leave the station, I'm going to go up a level. Oh. Wait. Didn't want to do that. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to come down from there. Go into here. And here. And here. Okay. Now here's what I'm going to do too for each of these. So this is for our blue guys. We're going to have 3 different colors, as I've mentioned. So we'll have, for each one, we'll do 5 for now. Let's do that. All right, 5 for each. And I'm going to put this here, so just for spacing. So that'll be reds, blues, then greens. All right, so now you can see we get the pathway for red, green, and blue. And again, this is going to be for our blue squares. Yeah, hide this top level. So what I want to do is have reds. I'm going to direct these separately. So reds will come into here. And blues will come in here. And then greens will go into the bottom one. All right. So we have separate trains picking up separate items. And look at this. Now the squares are starting to go back. So that means those are pretty well maxed out as well. So all I need to do is start filling these guys up. Now we're done, and we are good to go for delivering all of our square shapes. I'm going to paste this in here, but I'm going to get rid of the cars. Because again, on this level, I'm going to have red come in there, blue come in here, and then green will go down here. Okay, but first, let's build this out. So we need a bunch of red. So let's start with our fluid. And find some red. One, two. Yeah, here, we can do this. 3. That's this one. Okay, so there's one little batch. Oh, this is a nice one. It's kind of square. One, 2, 3, 4. Oof, that's not good. And yes, we want this one. It's 2 and 2. And again, I could create a hotkey for this blueprint. Sometimes I'm lazy. There, and there. I don't think that's enough, so I'm going to do another Yes, let's do this guy. 1, 2, 30, 4, and then yeah, we'll do this. 5. Look at that. Oh no, that doesn't work. Get rid of that. Do that one. Oop. Then I want to take this guy. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Excellent. So that should be close. That should be close. And again, each one of these has to have a different color. So let's get this going. Fluid loader. One, two, three. There's 7. That's 11. Uh, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Look at that. 16 again. Excellent. And that is going to go into the lower level, which is right here. So this is sort of the main line coming in. So we're going to leave the station and come straight out into it. Oops. Okay. This one, we're going to do a turn, then go down, go in, going down. I could just go right into there. And up here. Down. And in. To there. I think that's all of those. Excellent. Let's get them. Let's get some actual trains going. Again, just to keep the spacing, I'm going to copy that. No, I'm going to undo that because that's exactly what we want. We have 4 red trains. Then this one will be 5 blue trains. 3, 4, 5. And then this one is 5 green trains. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white trains. Excellent. That's all the red fluid coming in, and now we need a bunch of circles. Hello, circles. Doke. So let's get a let's see if we can do the same that we did here. 1. Let's actually aim it down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to get rid of that. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we'll do 12 there. All right, and then 13 here. So that's only 13, so that's less. That's okay. So remember what we did with our station over here for the squares, is that we had them all using the same color. Well, guess what? We're going to do the same thing here. And then we can add another delivery with another color. Okay. Do that one there. And this one here. That one actually here. This one here. There. This one will go this way. And this one, why not? We'll go this way. Ah. Alright, there we go. Excellent. I'm gonna just copy this bad boy over here. Look at that. Okay, then we'll just need to get some more circles in. Oh, yeah, that's good. And those are going to deliver into here at our one level. So yeah, just come to this guy here. Right? Yeah. Okie doke. So this is, just double check, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So 13, so we want 14 of these. So that's all of them except 2. And again, these can be red. Perfectly fine. Then it'd be nice to have 2 more. Or 3 more. So let's just come on up here. 1, 2, 3. And we'll just grab... Oh! Look at that. I have to go and check. See if that other station has a stop at the end. Up here. Get rid of red. Change it to blue. And it just has to come over and join in with the circles. I'll be right here. Let's right in there. Okay, let's come back over here. Yes, that one does. I just didn't copy it. Okay, so look at that. Now we have red circles being made. And the first ones are here. So you can see the red fluid is saturated. And now, because we just finished the circles, the uncolored circles, those are taking a minute. That said, you can see these guys are all saturated and ready to rock. So I'm going to let those get built up for a bit. And in the meantime, let's get these going. So, 3, 4. We'll do 5 for each. And I am going to use different colors. And just because then I can kind of see it visually. See what's running, what's not running. Through 5. Boom. Okay, so those are all ready. And that, and that, and that. Okay, and these guys, let's get some running. Should be enough there, well, to get a decent start going. In the meantime, let's claim some operator shapes. Excellent. Yeah, look at that. 233 research points. I think we're flying high with those. All right, you see these are coming on in, but not bringing any shapes yet. Nothing's built. But this one's starting. So we should be getting some stuff rolling in. Yeah, there we go. Shapes coming in. Excellent. So, here's the thing. Now, this is coming to this depot. Let's give it a couple spaces there. Now, I'm going to do a... Let's use a white train just because. So this needs to be 12 spaces out. So I'm going to skip 1 and then go 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, you know what? Let's just do the whole thing. So this will be an empty train, this first one. But I just want to show you what it does. So imagine it comes here, stops, and gets completely filled up. You can see that one of those is actually starting to go. Now it's going to take its time to run all the way down here. And this is why I built it way out there. Because now as it's running down this whole long track, even though it's going as the fastest it's ever gone, the other, that depot can now be refilling, all right? You saw when we left that there was nothing in the depot at all. And actually here, I want to come back out here. You see it's right there, chugging along. Yeah, and it's cut off. Okay, good. So this is how full it gets during that time. And again, this is waiting for these all to be saturated. And yeah, as we zip along this, you can see it's still not there. There it is. It's also easy to spot these bigger trains. It's a little bit more than halfway now. Taking its time to come on in. So what I kind of like to do too sometimes is wait and let it get fully saturated before I launch the first train. That way, everything kind of gets built up and backed up, and then it just gets running. All right, it gets going. Here we go. Got this full train coming in, and it's not going to do anything for us, but it'll look cool. Boop. Awesome. Now back here, you can see that it has regenerated already. It is in a death spiral. I'm going to kill it off. So here's the other thing I'm going to do. Let's come in here and copy this shape. Let's make a marker. Call this operator 1. Paste. Save. Yay. Now, of course, it bugs me that we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So I might, yeah, if I'm going to redo all of these, I would redo 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I would, or 2 and 3, they'd be down here because you can't reorganize these. So I would just wait until I had all of them, and then I'd redo them in order. I'd just delete these guys. It's not a big deal. So let's skip ahead and let this guy get fully saturated, and then we will launch the train. Okay? All right, here we go. So, fully saturated here on the depot station. Now, I also added this. This is, so we've got red coming in on the bottom, then blue, then green. So the red trains come along and fill in what they can. And if they've got any left over, they come up to the blue and they fill in the blue. And then if they've got any left over after that, they'll fill in the green. The blue comes in to fill up the blue. And if it has any left over, it'll fill up the green. And then the green just does the green. Let's launch this mamma jamma. Oop, there we go. All right. Look at this beauty. Coming through to load up. Slides on in, and boom. Now let's hit pause and zoom in. Look at that. Each of these is fully loaded with 6 packages times 3. So that's what we said earlier, 38,880 shapes that are now launching towards our vortex. And now in this long journey, there's plenty of time for this guy to restock. So now you'll see that, the red train doesn't, it is fully emptied up down here on the bottom. And so it doesn't need to keep going. But then, once it's done, it will continue on. So, excellent. That is great. Now, here's another thing. There is another upgrade that you can do. Transfer stations. In theory, transfer stations do this exact same thing, right? Where are they here? Boom, a shape wagon transfer. The problem is that, to do a 10 or 11, stage transfer, can you see the problem? I mean, this is 2 rails coming in, but they need to be right next to each other. So that doesn't really help. And I still haven't seen a great use of transfer stations. I think my little home-built one here works a little bit better. Maybe I'm just not, my brain just isn't handling it correctly. Where are we at? Zooming down. Oh, there it is. Oh, look at this. It's about to go in. Okay, look at that. Boom. Up to 79,000. And now let's go back. We're full. We're moving. So again, when we zoom in, yeah, it's completely full. Excellent. This is how we do it. And I also, another upgrade that I did too was I did upgrade these stackers. So now instead of 12 of these, or not the stackers, this is the painting module. And so that is upgraded to 15. I should probably do the same here. If these are, let me see, are these all heading back? Yeah, these guys are all headed back. Oh, but look at that. A lot of these shape cars are heading back too. So, yeah, I could probably upgrade it and get it going even more. All right, are we there? Are we at this next delivery? Did it already happen? It may have already happened. Oh, here it is. Coming along. Hey, let's zoom in and let's get the thumbnail image for this episode. It's going to be like right here. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode, though. We're going to, as soon as this train goes in, we're going to take a break. So the next episode, what we're going to do is we'll knock out that final milestone and get that built. Then the episode after that is going to be a really interesting one, and that is going to be wires. Look at that beauty. Boom. Let's look at it. Yeah, we're getting there. Almost there. At 118. What do we have to do for this one? We've got to be at 179. It's like 2 more trains worth is gonna do it. So we're gonna do wiring after all that, and after we do this next milestone shape, and that's a whole different ball of wax. And we're gonna look at building a make anything machine, also known as a MAM. And let's see. Yep. So our third train has left, and this one is already full. I love it. I love it. Now, if this were always full like this, you know what we could do? We could create a second train and have it going in. So we could have 2 trains just dumping those in. It might be a bit much. But it might not be. I mean, look at this. We've got a lot of shapes here that are not getting placed now because everything is backed up. So, there you go. That's where we're at, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Be back next episode. This is Gramps, signing off.